Yeah, okay, good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. Dropping heat like every season. Underdog like Willie Beeman. Classic like Dom singing. Blasting like bombs.
Welcome in, ladies and gents. This is the final show in which we're going to be doing it on Zoom, at least a part. We may still film it on Zoom, but we'll be together. So enjoy it while you can. I'm Devin. That's Zane, and this is Buffet Sports. We talk about the NFL, and we're going to talk about week 9 primarily this week. Of course, we're going to rank our quarterbacks and a little bit in between. Let's jump in. All right. Usually we start the show, the second half of the show, going over Monday night. There's nothing to really talk about aside from Russ came back down to earth, I think, really.
What?
Like,
What do you mean?
he wasn't so fantastical. Guys weren't making absurd catches. He had a fumble at the end of the game. That game was way closer than it really should have been. Daniel Jones threw that game away. They very well could have went down and scored and looked like they were going to go down and score to at least make it tie the game up to go to overtime. So
I don't know. I thought he played a pretty damn good game.
Watching it, putting up 9 points in the first half against a Giants team that this game should have been the end score does not reflect how 3 quarters played. Really look at it. Going into the fourth quarter, they were up. It was 7-0 basically going into the fourth quarter. It was 7-0. That's embarrassing. Going into the fourth quarter, it was 9-9 at halftime. So coming out of the third quarter, it was 7-0.
They scored at all 4 quarters again. So they're having positive success throughout the entirety of the game.
Okay, but look at literally look. The Giants don't score in the third quarter. That's the game.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. That's kind of embarrassing to come out of the first half against the Giants.
Not for me, because I predicted a low-scoring game. I took the under on this game. So for me, this isn't surprising at all. This is exactly what I expected.
But if you're Russell Wilson, okay, but if you're Russell Wilson and the Steelers, it's a win, but this game was way closer than it should have been.
For you think it's embarrassing because you had the game being a wider margin. For me, I had the game being incredibly low scoring. So it's not embarrassing because I
understand that. But coming out of the first half 9-9 in a Giants defense that literally is Dexter Lawrence by himself. It looks like when we play Madden and you're the Panthers and I'm the Giants. That's what this game looked like in the first half. That's embarrassing if if you're in the red zone and you come away through 3 trips with just field goals against the Giants. You got the job done. Congratulations. But to me, that's not what you want to see out of a guy that, last week everyone was, licking his nuts. So we don't need to talk about it much more. Neither of these guys are in my top 10.
I know, but I'm just saying.
So it doesn't really matter.
Okay. But like you said, he fell down to earth. That is a great stat line for a guy who's only played. This is his second game playing back.
Yeah, but that doesn't show his fumble in the third quarter. That doesn't show the sacks he took that were terrible throughout the rest of the game. So
that's not his fault that he got sacked. What are you talking about?
Bro,
the O-line's responsibility.
But not a lot of these sacks. If you go back and you look at the tape from Denver, same thing. The offensive line was all of a sudden magically, Bo Nix doesn't take sacks. You think that was just we didn't make any offensive line moves. You think that was just all of a sudden the offensive line got better. No, it's a guy who doesn't take sacks.
Well, he's a deep ball threat, so he needs to hold the ball longer. So it just makes sense that he would be more open for sacks because he throws the ball deeper than most quarterbacks.
Efficiency. That's all I'm going to say. Just wait. So
okay, as a deep ball threat, he went 20 for 28. Give him a little bit of credit when he's not a dump he's not a dump down, check down guy. He's a deep ball threat. 20 for 28. That's still good. All right. Well, let's move on.
Okay, let's get into week 9's predictions. We start on Thursday night where the Jets invite the Texans into their dumpster of a city in New Jersey. This game is way too close. I understand that the Texans don't have Nico Collins. Stephon Diggs is out for the year, but it is the line right now. The Jets are favored -1.5. Obviously on the money line, the under over is 42.5. This is such a gift. I'm taking the Texans on the spread 1.5. This is like a 10-point game, dude.
Well, you want to know what happened when Nico got hurt last year, and you want to know what happened? Tank Dell literally looked like a number 1 wide receiver when that happened. So I'm expecting the same thing to happen, where Tank Dell just starts looking like a brand new Stephon Diggs. So I don't think them losing Stephon is going to do anything because they've been in this position before and they won a lot of games. Big picks here. You want to pick up Dalton Schultz on your fantasy team. I picked up Dalton Schultz on my fantasy team last year. You're going to want to get him if he's there because him and Tank Dell are about to go crazy.
And their defense is going to manhandle the Jets.
Yeah.
So I'll take the Texans on the spread. What do you want?
I don't know. I know what I just said. All right.
You're going to get burned, dude. Don't do it. Don't take the Jets. Don't do it. Zane, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. Take the Texans.
I do not have an actual reason to why the Jets will win, but give me the goddamn Jets. I just got to feel it in my balls. I just have a feeling in my balls. Give me the Jets.
God. Okay. Heading to Sunday night, this game has actually now become much better than we anticipated it to be. AR-15, AR-5, whatever his number is. Anthony Richardson subbed himself out at the end of the game because he was tired. So he's been benched, and Nick Sirianni, not Nick Sirianni, sorry. What's the Colts head coach?
Stefanski.
Yeah, whatever his name is. He came out today, announced that Joe Flacco was going to be the starter, and it was not an experiment. This is for the rest of the year. AR has been benched. He's done. So we have Joe Flacco for the Colts, Sam Darnold for the Vikings. Vikings are favored -5.5 on the money line. Under over is 46.5. Part of me wants to go Colts here.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to go Colts here. 5.5 seems wide for this game, but then there's the Vikings defense. And I was looking at the numbers, fantasy-wise, otherwise. The games that Joe Flacco played, Jonathan Taylor wasn't around. So he was winning football games and putting up the numbers he was without a Jonathan Taylor. So that's curious to me of how having a Jonathan Taylor now makes things better, because we saw what he was in Cleveland. He didn't have a run game last year. Yeah. He has played for the Colts. He hasn't had a run game. Now you give him a Jonathan Taylor. You've still got the other weapons. I'm hyped because I need it for Michael Pittman. That's the only way he gets points.
For real.
So, but at the same time, the Vikings defense, it's an interesting game. I don't know which way to go. Do you have a lean? Because I'm stuck.
I have a lean here. The main problem is what the Indianapolis Colts were supposed to be, because you saw it last year. You saw it when they had their backup, a gunslinger, a guy who can really throw the ball. You saw what they can do, and they were almost a playoff team. AR comes in, and now it's like this is one of the worst teams. The defense sucks. There hasn't been that many changes on the Colts side of the ball. They haven't done that many changes at all, except for the quarterback. So
don't forget about the white to white man connection.
Yeah, so you put Joe Flacco, a gunslinger, back in that system. I think you are going to see a different type of offense, a different type of team in general. It's one that can compete to make it into the playoffs. Vikings are sliding. Vikings have slid.
They did lose.
I'm going to take Joey Flack, and I'm going to take the Colts on this one.
So you want the money line then, plus 198?
Yeah. Give me plus 198.
I don't know where to go, so I'm going to go strategic here. I'm going to go with you so that neither of us come out of this any special way. Okay, Monday night, we're going to head to Kansas City where the Chiefs play the Bucs. Baker is weaponless. He's naked. He's back against the wall. Chiefs have cornered him.
Mm-hmm.
DeAndre Hopkins is now a Chief. He wasn't that big of an impact. They still won. They've been winning games, not hugely, but they're perfect on the year. Look, 8.5 is wide. That's what the spread is, 8.5. They're obviously favored on the money line. Under over is 45.5. If Baker had the weapons, I would go Baker here. And if he had the weapons, I would just take the over and back the Bucs. But the Chiefs are just too good, dude. Give me the under. I'm backing the Chiefs.
How can I spin this to get me a Baker Mayfield prediction? Let me think. Let me use my brain.
It's small. All two neurons are just rubbing together right now.
Give me the Chiefs.
You want them? Do you want them straight, or do you want to go with me under Chiefs?
Give me the under.
Okay, under back Chiefs. Got it. All right, next one we're going to talk about. This is not a standalone game, but it should be. Honestly, this would be a great Monday night game. Lions go to Green Bay to play the Packers. It's starting to get chilly. Lions are an indoor team, but I'm not really sure it matters. Lions are favored -3.5 right now. Obviously on the money line, under over is 47.5. Jordan Love went down at the end of the game. They trust him, Malik Willis, so he came in, took care of business. It was the Jags. Meh. I don't think this is a gift to me. 3.5 for the Lions. I'll take that on the spread. Give me Dan Campbell and the boys.
I don't know. We've been talking when we've been making our parlays. We'll be looking up some guys, and one consistency when we're looking is everybody has a down game when they play the Packers with that defense. For whatever reason, that defense seems to have everyone's number. Now the Lions are rolling. The Lions are the best in the league right now. But Jared Goff has a second personality, and that guy's name is Jared Goof. And he comes out when it's a little chilly outside, all right? He comes out when it's a little chilly outside. But we did see what he could only throw the ball 15 times for 86 yards, and they could put up 51 points. So 52 points. So there's a lot of teetering right here. But I'm going to stick with my gut and the fact that it's going to be in Lambeau. I'm going to take the Packers.
Taking the Packers. You want the spread or you want
the
just
upset.
money line?
Give me the upset on the spread.
You want +3.5. Okay. You want +3.5. That means you're just take the money line. It's plus.
No, because they're gonna win by a touchdown.
No, because the spread, you're saying that their points +3.5, they would win. So you're still saying they would lose.
Just
so
give
you want to take money line? Got it. Okay, there you go. There you go. In those situations where you're saying a team's going to win, but they're the underdog,
I still don't understand. You're speaking a Chinese to me right now. I still don't get it.
Hey, it's 20. Let's say it's 20-21. Okay. Yeah. And if you take it's 20-21. Obviously, the team who's 21 was favored by -3, let's say, right? Mm-hmm. So if you take that, you're essentially saying that erase the points, the 20-21. Okay. The team that's favored by 3, you're saying their points -3. So you take away 3 of their points, they would still win.
Yeah.
If you go the other way, plus points, you're saying that the losing team plus the points would win the game. So you can say this team's still winning, but by
that doesn't make any sense.
So if a team wins by a touchdown, but you take away 3 points, they still win by 4.
Yeah, I know that. I understand that part of it. The plus thing where it's
the reverse side. If a team loses by 1, but it was +3, you add the 3 points to their score, they would have won the game. So you're saying, basically you're saying the favored team's still going to win, but if I gave them these points, the underdog would win. Does that make sense?
So it doesn't matter if I say Bucs. It just matters if I say minus or +3.5.
Right. Basically.
So that's where I'm getting confused.
But if
I'm saying I want this team on the spread, okay, I get it.
So then if you're taking upset, you just take the money line because it's plus money.
Yeah. The deciding the team is based on whether I go plus or minus.
Right.
Got it.
This was a good one. We manhandled this meeting for the last one. We're going to film a part, and then from there on, it's together. It's gay stuff. I'm Devin, that's Zane, and this is Buff A Sports. If you want to see more of our ugly faces, go ahead and find us on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at buffet.sports. We post every day, if not twice a day, and long form 3 days a week. We love you. And I don't care what you say in the comments. Bye.
Bye.